Welcome to Pappy's Corner Yard. This is a VR for Ryan's channel. A little dirt never hurt.
Okay, coming out of the garage here. And I got some bushes there that I think are dying. I sprayed weed killer around them last year, and I think I got to the roots. And anyway, there's some hostas there that are blooming. A couple of different variety. But that bush I really don't care for it much, but it does kind of hide my brush pile. And I've got some wooded area here that it's actually the neighbors, and then this out here is the front of the house. Okay, so there's my puppy. Hi, Rocky. Hi, Rock. You good boy. Come outside. And some Kenna Lilies in a pot here. They seem to grow pretty good in the pot. More hostas. The wife dug some up over here. I was thinking of planting them along those railroad ties right there, because if you do notice, that's my property line there where that telephone pole is, and then that's the neighbor's yard there, and this starts the other neighbor's yard. My yard goes clear back, touches like 3 other backyards, so I've got a long narrow backyard with a telephone pole in the middle. So there's some more Kenna Lilies coming up, irises. I'm not going to know the names of all these, and these trees are called ginkgo trees, and they're all cut back because of the telephone wires that run through here.
I mean power lines.
But these ginkgo trees
have been around since the dinosaurs millions of years ago.
I have planted hostas between them. I've got another variety between those two. And this variety here is getting ready to bloom, but I haven't seen any sprouts come up yet, but any day now. Here, this is an old playhouse I made. Now we kind of use it for a garden house. More hostas and some tires we're going to throw out to the pickup next week. And I have planted these Kenna Lilies back here, and they will grow up back here in a few weeks. Split that air conditioner. Now I have PappysCorner air conditioning, which is behind this wall right here. And this shed here I put in when we moved in 15 years ago, and we're surrounded it with hostas. A little patio area here with some hostas and a fountain.
And there's a planter by the downspout with the coleus in it.
You can hear the locust. We have some other.
I don't remember the name.
These have kind of closed up for the night, but in the mornings these will open up. Probably be better off to do some morning videos on this. More hostas. She potted up that petunia or begonia or whatever it is. It was planted right there, so I think she wants to try it somewhere else. This is the north side of the home right here, the deck and porch. And this part of the backyard here, we have another neighbor here that kind of lets things grow, but not quite as bad. I put these things here so the kids wouldn't cut through here and step on my hens and chickens. Here you can see I have more Kenna Lilies. We got the red variety and the green. These are doing a little bit better. And I bordered off the property line with these hostas. We have a wren living in there. Yeah, he's not there right now. Got another bird feeder there. It fell off. They're kind of old. Had them for probably 10 years. The orange lilies, daylilies. And I've got a row of Kenna Lilies growing back behind here. These will grow up above these hostas. And you know, these hostas are, the tops of these here, these are 4 feet tall. You know, I'm sticking my arm straight out. So yeah, they've really taken off. And a few years ago I put these hybrids in here. I like things to be maintenance free. And the yellow daylilies have pretty much all bloomed. They'll bloom again. But right now what we have blooming, they're just starting to come out of these burgundy daylilies, and they're really pretty. So kind of got them, there's like 2 of each, and then 2 of each, and then 2 of each. But we saw some hummingbirds early in the spring coming through, or whatever they were doing. We didn't have any flowers for them, and I ended up putting some nectar out for them. And right there's a couple of, I have a hummingbird feeder there. Right there's a hummingbird feeder. Planted some tomatoes here. We had a cherry tree that there's the stump cut down a couple years ago, and the stump's kind of starting to rot away, so I thought I'd plant some tomatoes here. We tried flowers last year, they didn't do too well. Plus I've got tomatoes in a planter here. Trying those out, a different variety. Got some zinnias growing here. Oh, there's one blooming. More here. More here. And they're getting ready to bloom. But this was an ash tree. We got the ash borer, killed it about 10 years ago. Its stump is pretty well gone now. We've always kept this border thing going here, and I plant these Kenna Lilies behind here because they grow real tall and flower. And right there is a cucumber plant in that planter. And see if I can zoom in. There's our first cucumber right there. So I think there's a couple of plants, cucumber plants, growing in that flower pot right there. But you can hear the wren giving me the berries. I'm trying to see if I can zoom in on him. Birdhouse right here, see? So he's telling me all about it. I have some roses here. A little monarch light picked up at the dollar store. It's like $2.50. It changes colors when it comes on at night. I forget what I had growing here, but it was a vining plant for the hummingbirds.
It was a honeysuckle.
And I don't know if that's a weed or what, but there's the stump right there that the power company came and cut it down, and it was growing real nicely up this telephone pole. You can see I had it wired off, and it was doing really great, but started to come back, and then it quit. So I think those are weeds, but I'm going to let them grow a little bit and see if that might be part of that coming back this year or so. But anyway, yeah, we got some tomato plants here, and I don't think they're going to do very well, to be honest with you, around this dry old telephone pole. As I walk by here in the summer, when it's hot out, I can smell the creosote coming off that thing, so I don't think the tomatoes will like that too much. Probably won't taste very good either. So yeah, that's the back half of the house. The son's car, he just got that a couple of weeks ago. A guy that used to come into the place he worked at gave him this old Cougar. It's a 97 Cougar. And you know, it's got some rust, but he got it running. Charged the battery and cleaned the starter contacts and changed the plugs, and it's running. So that's his work project car, I guess you'd say. Here's his Toyota Matrix that he's everyday driver. Okay, yeah, I've got more Kenna Lilies growing there. These have, well, I forget what they're called, but they've pretty well done their blooming. They kind of bloom all summer long. But there's my sun that I fixed. I got a video for it. Used to have it over here, and the wind got it and blew it off, and it went crazy. So now here this grass is growing, came back last few years, but in between here I had red garden mums, and that's the stalks from last year, but they haven't started to come back this year. I don't know, I don't think they're gonna make it, but they were huge. I mean, they filled that whole area there clear up. You know, doesn't look like much there, but yeah, I'm disappointed there. We got hit by an early freeze in October last year, right when these are fall blooming mums, and they were in the heart of their blooming season when they got frostbitten pretty good in the middle of October. We normally don't get that kind of cold weather in October. It comes sometimes in November, but December is more likely, and sometimes we don't even get snow till December. So there's a blue spruce we planted about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, 8, but it was a little 6-footer, and now I'll bet it's every bit of 30 feet. I used to decorate it just like a Christmas tree with bulbs and everything, but I can't reach it anymore. So much for that. So there you go, you've got to see pretty much the walk around the yard. Still got a lot of work to do, but when I have spare time I like to come out here and do something.